So I want to say to you, we have to return to farm, fishing, cattle rearing. This is where we are coming from. We have to return back there.
Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Fashionista Turned Farmer. My name is Blessing. I'm an established fashion designer based in Sydney, Australia, and I have started on this journey of farming, and I wanted to take you guys along as you watch my transition from fashion designing into farming. In my previous video, I talked about how I'm not entirely quitting my fashion designing career, but I am combining farming with my fashion designing business. So I'm doing this video from my studio here in Sydney, Australia. As you can see, I'm in my fashion office and this is my workspace. This is where I make my designs. Also, I have a retail store downstairs where I sell ready-made African wears, accessories, shoes, bags, earrings, everything about African fashion. I have it available downstairs in my Trendy retail store, and maybe one day I'm gonna take the video downstairs and just get a snapshot of what my studio is like. And also on the other side of my building, I have my sewing school. I have a sewing academy called Trendy Bee Institute of Fashion and Design. That is also part of my business, and this is what I do. Like I have been in the business of fashion for the past 14 years. So yeah, this video I wanted to talk about how Prophet TB Joshua, a prophet in Nigeria, inspired me to take on farming. How inspired my move to get into farming. I'm gonna attach a short video of where he had that prophetic word.
There will be large scale scarcity, shortage of food. As a state, country, continent, we have to go back to the farm to arrest the forthcoming situation. This is prophecy for the whole world.
Word where he spoke about the whole world going back to farming, and how he talked about like in the future there's gonna be economic crisis and there's gonna be food shortage in the whole world, and the only way for you to be safe is to go back to where you're coming from, to go back to the beginning, to the way our forefathers survived, and that is farming. And you know, as I'm recording this video, I'm beginning to like think about like the verse in the Bible. You remember the story of Joseph and how Joseph went to Egypt, and he lived in Egypt and he went through a lot of trials, and eventually God wanted to use him to save not only his nation Israel but also the whole world, because then he got to that position and then God used him, and he was able to interpret the king's dream about the coming famine to the land, and the only way to be safe, to save your people, is to store up, to go, and there will be 7 years of abundance and then 7 years of shortage. And when God's servants speak, the wise listen. Just like Noah, when God spoke to Noah that he was going to destroy the whole world because the sin of the world has gotten up, the cup has filled up. Noah went out there and he was speaking the voice of God. But the voice of God sometimes is like foolishness to the foolish people. But when God's servants speak, only the wise listen. Not all listen, but the wise listen. From the video, you can see how when you act on the word that God has given you, he will prosper you. God says he will prosper the work of your hand. But you have to act on what God has said. It's very important. He will prosper the work of your hand, and will prosper the work of the hand that he has given you direction to do. And that is why I, who has been in the business of fashion for the past 13 years, an established designer and also award winning, I have won several awards and also in the process of winning another award next month. I have chosen to take this prophetic word and go back to farming, to go back to the soil, to go back to where our Creator wanted us to start from. I've decided to go back into cattle rearing and growing crop with the hope that I would expand, and I know that God will prosper me because God's word never fails. And when God speaks a word, it will never go back to him unaccomplished. And I stand on that word, and I believe like I will prosper in my journey, and I can't wait to share that journey with you. Thank you all for sticking around and watching this video. I want to inspire you today. If you are a young person, you can fend for yourself. If you have a piece of land, even from your father's land, maybe perhaps in your village, you can start cultivating. That is the way out of poverty. That is the way out of food shortage. That is the way to survive. Do not go about saying, oh, I'm waiting for the government to do this and that for me. Oh, I have a master's degree in this and that. If your master's degree or your bachelor's degree is not serving you, guess what? Farming is the way. Go back to the source. That is what I'm doing. I'm going back to the source. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it too. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope to see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.